Cartoons are hugely popular in the Middle East and North Africa, and arguably one of the best-known regional satirists was Palestinian Naji al-Ali, who from the 1960s onwards fearlessly criticised Arab regimes and Israel in his artwork until his assassination in 1987. The lot of political cartoonists in the region is not an easy one. Many face censorship, others persecution, imprisonment or worse for putting pen to paper. Political artist Khalid Al-Beh lives in Denmark. His caricatures and criticism of former President Omar al-Bashir having made it impossible for him to live in his homeland. Romanian-born and Qatar-raised, the Sudanese son of a diplomat has always been surrounded by politics. And through countless exhibitions and via social media, the activist has been tirelessly trying to dispel mistruths about Sudan and the wider region, with his work most famously reused and reposted by protesters and street artists during the Arab Spring. Always keen to connect the global artistic community, Khalid founded a digital platform called Fada, putting artists in touch with patrons, offering them spaces to showcase their work. His aim to foster a creative sharing community in the MENA region and promote their freedom of speech. To hear more about his work, I connected with Khalid from Europe. Khalid, thank you so much for joining me from Copenhagen on Inspire Middle East.
Thank you very much for having me.
You believe that freedom of speech is both a weapon and a power that political artists and cartoonists like yourself have. But what responsibility comes with that power?
You know, freedom of speech is a big issue, and there's a lot of debate around it about limits and that you give yourself or others give you. But I think for an independent political cartoonist, the most important thing is knowledge. I think it's knowledge of what you're talking about, what the implications of whatever you do, whatever you say could be, and what do you want to do with that power. I think that's very important.
From where you sit and work in Denmark and looking at the Sudanese diaspora, how connected are they to political events that have taken place in your homeland in recent years?
The Sudanese diaspora, I think, had a huge impact on what happened in Sudan last year, which is the revolution that toppled, 30-year dictatorship of Omar al-Bashir. Basically, what we did as diaspora is try to, magnify that, try to tell the world about what's going on, try to tell the world about this place called Sudan, where most of the news you hear of is negative, and now we're trying to turn it into a positive with a peaceful revolution, as far away as possible of starting another war, because we all know what could be of this country, what could be of this nation, and what good can we be for the world as well.
One of Egypt's most famous and influential female cartoonists is Doa Al-Adel, who is bravely drawing lines through global religious and political stereotypes and highlighting the plight of women in her country, touching upon socially taboo topics like divorce and domestic violence. Starting out 13 years ago, challenges have come in more recent times, from political and religious groups threatening her personal safety and looking to silence her. If anything, she says, the opposite has happened.
When the Muslim Brotherhood were in power, I drew against them, I criticized them, and they accused me that I insult Islam, which is not true, because I criticize the way you mix the religion with politics. They all the time use religion to convince people about something in politics. So I keep going and I draw more cartoons.
And whilst political cartoonists like Khalid and Doa may draw much criticism from some quarters, the attention they are drawing to important issues in their country would seem to paint a far bigger picture.